The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.
Great things, my fellow warriors, for Meckanimal, and today we're going to answer the question about the bicep. Can the weighted pull-up be a replacement for the bicep curl? This is what we're going to discuss today. Today we're going to answer the question about whether or not we could effectively replace the bicep curl, which is the most exercise activity in the gym all across the world, with the weighted pull-up. And when I mention weighted pull-up, that includes the pull-up actually, which is the most the easier variation, the easiest variation of the weighted pull-up. And yeah, so that's gonna be that. So whenever I refer to weighted pull-up, that actually mean for those who cannot perform the weighted pull-up, the pull-up will be the next alternative. And the main reason why I feel like it can be effectively replaced with the bicep curl can be effectively replaced with the weighted pull-up is for the one example that applies to me. And as far as I can remember, I have not used the bicep curl as a means of bicep conditioning, and as you can see for yourself, it worked out pretty fine. And if you're gonna go about the fact that I may be the rare case that was able to observe any development of the biceps using weighted pull-up, I can show you a number of examples out there in the calisthenic community for people who have focused solely on the weighted pull-up to develop the bicep to reach a high level of bicep development. So that's the number one reason. The number two reason is that by using the bicep curl, you are limited with the load, and the alternative being the weighted pull-up is one that work with a lot of muscle and synergy, meaning a compound movement that can be loaded indefinitely. So the seeking the ultimate strength in the pulling endeavor will give you much more results than just limiting yourself to a a single joint movement, which is the bicep curl, which will be very much limited when it comes to overload. You will likely reach a plateau much faster seeking the bicep development using the bicep curl than when using the weighted pull-up, which is a good, really great compound movement, which not only you working your bicep, you have a whole cluster of muscle as well that are involved in the whole process. Even the abs, for example. Those of you obsessed with working core, all the time, do you know that you could get a better engagement of the core muscle using a pull-up, just a simple pull-up, more engagement than doing a crunch or a sit-up? So that just tells you how important and how useful the pull-up is, how great of a tool it is for the conditioning of the body. So yeah, to answer the question, the weighted pull-up is a pretty great replacement for the bicep curl, if not a good foundation to lay it that way, and the bicep curl can be a supplement to it. So for those who are not willing to train the bicep curl, the weighted pull-up can be an alternative and a great replacement for it. I hope that answers all the concern about whether or not you could use the weighted pull-up as a legitimate replacement for the bicep curl. Yeah, so that's that. The weighted pull-up for the win. I've used it pretty much for the past 7 years of my 10 years of training, and it's been great. I love it, and sky is the limit, because as you get stronger and tend to cheat, refining the movement will make will make you engage the muscle even better. And the great extent of my last 2 years of bicep development is to be attributed to the one-arm chin-up that I've been training. And as far as I've been able to achieve it, cleaning it up and doing it effortlessly has been my number one goal lately. And just the quest of it, the quest of strength, one arm strength has tremendously induced some hypertrophy in my bicep, and I can feel it. Last time it was so swollen that I thought I tore something. That's how much useful those eccentric and one arm pull up and any type of variation of one arm pull up can be how much useful they can be to the bicep. And that's that. So beside, of course, the weighted pull up or the pull up, compound pull up, that's the main replacement for the bicep pull up. You have a whole bunch of other exercise that you can do for the biceps using your body weight. That can be expanded on in a different video. And that's that. Will not take any longer. Hope the video was useful. If you like it, comment, like, and subscribe, and spread the word, man. Everything is and will always be the Meckanimal way. Until then, salute, subscribe, and peace.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.